India's multinational conglomerate L&T has appointed Mr. S.N. Subrahmanyan as the next MD and CEO, and Mr. A.M. Naik now takes a position as the non-executive chairman of L&T starting October 1. And we have the big man with us. Mr. A.M. Naik joins us on the phone line. Mr. Naik, well, congratulations for a glorious career that, of course, continues as non-executive chairman. Your first thoughts, sir, from where you took over L&T, in the late 90s, and where you are leaving it now as you step into non-executive shoes?
Well, what exactly do you want me to answer?
How would you size up this 20 years?
I'm deeply satisfied with what has happened in the last 17, 18 years, that the company has expanded 25 times.
Okay.
And the profit has gone up 30 times.
Okay.
The value of the stock or valuation have gone up by about 55 times.
Mm-hmm.
So on the whole, the L&T has come into a new era and have been reshaped in completely high technology, complex projects, nuclear, aerospace, defense, army, navy, all of that. And that's something which made L&T unique in the country. There is no one like that in the country.
Oh, there's no denying that. Mr. Naik, how do you see yourself in the new role?
Well, as the role speaks by itself, it's a non-executive role like an advisor,
Okay.
like a mentor,
Okay.
like a guide. And that I have announced Mr. Subrahmanyan's name almost 2.5 years ago.
Yes, certainly, sir.
And 2.5 years ago, so I've been mentoring him on a day-to-day, hour-to-hour basis.
Okay.
And he is now almost ready. And therefore, I'm saying now that better to announce it officially and leave no speculation in anybody's mind.
Okay.
And that's what we have done.
Okay, what would be your goal for Mr. Subrahmanyan? Where would you have him lead L&T?
Well, he will grow the company by 12 to 15%, which is considering the type of economy we are in right now, and also the global economy in the mood that it is in, will be an outstanding achievement, and he will do it. He is one of the unique person. He is very competent, and I have full faith in him.
Actually, that was going to be my next question. What do you see as Mr. Subrahmanyan's strengths? What does he bring to the table for L&T?
Well, he is a very dynamic leader. He has a very good job knowledge. That means domain knowledge. And he will go places in seeing L&T great success.
What, according to you, should be L&T's focus areas, or should be Mr. Subrahmanyan's focus areas in the coming years? Should it be defense? Okay.
Infrastructure, defense.
Any reordering of priorities? Would you have defense be more important than infra and construction? Any reordering of priorities you see?
To give equal importance, otherwise we don't create shareholder value.
Okay.
His priority will be both.
Okay. In your last 20 years at the helm of L&T, several of L&T's babies got listed. The finance arm got listed. The technology arms got listed. Do you see L&T creating more value by listing some more of its subdivisions?
Not in the next 2 years.
Okay. Okay. Well, Mr. Naik, as you lay down your role as, or wind up your role in active executive...
I would put it this way. When I change my role,
Okay.
not necessarily lay down or anything, because I'm fully attached in my let's say, executive capacity with the board. So I am attached to the L&T as such.
Okay. No, okay. What I mean is, as you hand over the executive role to a new leader, are you getting a sense that the economy itself is on an incline? Are you sensing a cyclical recovery?
I think end of the year we possibly will have some recovery, but it is a challenging period because there are a number of elections coming up. And in 19 election, people are mentally starting to prepare themselves and that will warrant government to please almost all the states. And some money will go away doing that from the development plan. So I hope that there is enough funds for all priority sector and development of the nation.
Okay. But capex ordering will come only from government. Do you see private companies starting to give orders?
Private sector is not spending money.
Okay.
They are busy repaying their earlier debt.
Okay.
And therefore, today there are no active investors other than maybe one or two, and that too, not of the kind which built major infrastructure some years ago.
Okay. Well, actually, there are a lot of experts who think that the global economy this year will grow better than it did last year. There are signs of growth in the US, in stabilizing trends in China, and in some emerging markets like Brazil and Russia as well. Is the international environment looking better for L&T?
Well, we have been focused on our growth with Middle East, and Middle East have gone down because of oil price.
Yes.
And almost have come down to half spend, less than half. And to that extent, we have to open new trajectory or new geographies. And we have opened up in Far East, in Bangladesh, in Myanmar, in Vietnam, in Malaysia, in Indonesia, and Africa.
Okay.
So we are finding our feet in a newer grounds to make up for the challenges ahead.
Okay. Mr. Naik, a final question. You just told us that from when you started at the helm of L&T to now, the company has grown its revenues 25 times. What is the immediate revenue goal you will set your company?
I would say 15% compounded growth.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. That from a giant like L&T will be a very big achievement. Mr. Naik, thank you very much for joining us today and wishing you every success in your new endeavor as well.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Okay, that's one of the doyens of Indian industry. After 20 years at the helm of India's largest construction conglomerate, infrastructure conglomerate, now takes on a non-executive role, Mr. A.M. Naik.